Oh boy, been a while since I played this game on camera. Yeah, today we're playing Energy Assault, and it has gotten a few updates. For example, I have the Stars skin and the Pencil skin. The Stars is currently on my P90 and G36. I have the Sawed Off and the Invention. The Invention was a waste of money, and now I'm trying to save up for the Businessman skin. As you can see, I still have the Trooper skin by the arms, but yeah, this is what the Pencil skin looks like. And I will try and show you. Okay, now is a pretty good time. I will show you the Stars skin with my G36. Yeah, it's just black with white dots on it, but I think it's pretty cool. Who shot at me? But yeah. I actually found out that this is one of the games that I am good at. One of the very few. And I just realized that I am on red team and not blue team. So, sir, you can die. Why does it do that? It'll just shoot randomly. I don't have it set to that. I have it set to where you aim and then you shoot. Or maybe... Well, actually, I would just point at somebody and it would shoot automatically. But I think I might have the sensitivity a bit too high on this, because when it would shoot automatically, like when I wasn't even pointing at that guy, it felt super slippery. It just felt super slippery, and they just died. I think there's somebody there. Yep, there is somebody there. Hello. Yeah. Oh yeah, the P90. I don't really know what to think of it. I think it was kind of a waste of money. Like, it has 50 ammo, and, you would but I expected it to be stronger than my G36, but no, apparently the G36 is just a really good weapon. And, well, not in all games, in Bad Business, it kind of sucks. I got a funny meme coming up. I just need to get more footage for it, but yeah. Die. Nah. See, it kind of sucks. So I'm switching back. Also, the Sawed Off, if you want like a new gun that's really cheap, get the Sawed Off. It's only 800. It's only 800 coins, so yeah. Yeah, I this is why I don't really do commentary videos and why I upload more montages, because I don't really have any input to give. I'm usually silent or watching scary crap. I watch a lot of Mr. Ballin on my Kindle. You know what? After once I die again, I'll pull up my Kindle. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I need to get this thing set up. Alright, now I can give you my input on this Mr. Ballin video. I'll try and find it and link it in the description. I have it saved to my Watch Later playlist, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. I just have to go on Safari and then, do the whole thing. Invention. Ooh, that was a clean headshot, and I'm being shot at. Oh gosh, oh gosh. He also has the invention. Who uses the invention as their primary weapon? Like, seriously, who goes up to people with a sniper rifle and just That's why you use your pistol. That's why you have that. I don't think anybody remembers that they have their pistol. So, walking to the corner store to get some pasta sauce for her mother. Pasta.
Speeds up to where he's walking in step with her, and he looks at her and introduces himself and says, "Hi, I'm Dr. Ramsey. I'm a pediatrician. Do you know what a pediatrician is?"
No.
And Kim immediately had a bad vibe about this Dr. Ramsey character. There was just something odd about him. The fact that he had approached her so suddenly and was right on top of her. So her reaction was to not answer his questions and instead put her head down and walk even faster, because she knows she's almost at her house. She's almost at safety. And if she can just get there, she doesn't have to deal with this strange man. But as she sped up, So too did Dr. Ramsey, staying
That
in
was
step with her,
lag,
and he begins
guys.
peppering her with additional questions and comments. Are your parents looking for a pediatrician for you? Of course they are. You're a big girl now. How old are you?
That's kinda
What's your name? Your
sus.
hair is so beautiful. Where do you live?
Sussy.
When Kim got to be about 10 meters away from her house, she just takes off running, and she bolts up her back steps through the kitchen door into her house, slams the door behind her, and for a few seconds she just stands there, almost anticipating hearing this Dr. Ramsey guy come up the back steps behind her. But he doesn't, and after a couple of minutes, she pokes her head around and looks out the window, and he's not there anymore. And she feels completely relieved that that weird guy is now gone, and she can just forget about it. But it turns out she couldn't just forget about this, because Dr. Ramsey was not going away anytime soon. It wasn't long after this first initial interaction with Dr. Ramsey that Kim was home one day, and she happened to be looking out her front window to the road, and she sees a blue Ford Galaxy drive slowly by their property. And she's looking at the car, and she can tell immediately that the person driving it is Dr. Ramsey.
Double kill.
But Dr.
Nice.
Ramsey doesn't see her. She's kind of obscured behind curtains on the window, and she's watching him, and he was looking at their front door, and he was waving as if there was someone standing on their front steps, but Kim knew there wasn't. And so he bizarrely just drove the rest of the way past their property, waving the whole time, and then drove off. Now, at this point, Kim has not told her mom or her dad or her siblings about Dr. Ramsey, because that first interaction, she kind of chalked it up to maybe her being paranoid and maybe even being a little bit rude that she ran away from this doctor who was just trying to talk to her.
Nah.
But now that she's seen him
I
drive
would've
past
done
her
the
house
same.
and he's acting strange, her alarm bells are starting to go off. But she doesn't tell her parents quite yet. But the next day, when Kim was playing outside, a car drove by and she turned to look at it, and it was the blue Ford Galaxy. And who was driving? Dr. Ramsey. And he slows down and he waves to her and he smiles at her.
Yo, where
as he
is
passes
he?
by, and she kinda
Apparently
looks
that's
at
the
him,
new
"What are you doing?"
norm.
At this
That's the
point,
new
Kim
sniper
knows
rifle.
he's
I
acting
wasted money on
inappropriately.
this
Whatever
crap.
his angle is, it just
Nah,
didn't
the
feel
Inven's
right.
deck
So
is
she
pretty
runs
good. I
inside
do
and
recommend
she
it if
explains
you
to
want
her
to,
mom
if you're
that
good
when
with
she went to the
snipers.
store to get that pasta sauce on her way back, this strange man, Dr. Ramsey, approached her. She came back to the house. Now I've seen him twice outside of our property.
No.
He's waving at me. There's something wrong with this guy. Kim's mother reacted to this news the way most of us would, which is, you're talking about a doctor in this nice neighborhood who's driving down the road saying hi to my kid, and he claims he's a pediatrician. Like, that's a child's doctor. It makes sense he might be waving to kids. That's part of his job, talking and interacting with kids. And so her mother says this can't be a big deal. I'm sure he just works in the area, and this is part of his commute going down this road, and now you've seen him a couple days in a row. It's just a coincidence. But shortly after this, when Dr. Ramsey started calling their house, Kim's mother and father very quickly ditched the "he's a doctor so we can trust him" routine and became very concerned.
No, I want to change. I want to win. I
I
need to win Team Deathmatch.
Kim gets called into the living room where her
Let
father
me
sits. He looks very
change.
troubled, and he calls her
No.
over and has her sit down, and he says, "You're not in trouble. I just need you to talk me through exactly what happened when Dr. Ramsey approached you. Your mother told me about it, and there's been a couple weird things that have happened here, and I just got to hear the story from you." And so Kim goes through the story. She describes how she was leaving the store. He just kind of showed up, and Kim did not talk to him. She put her head down and basically ran back to the house, and that was it. Kim's father reacts to this like he's totally perplexed.
Damn, this is
about
kind of
something
not
that
fun.
He's hearing the facts, but they don't make any sense. And he says to Kim, "Are you sure you didn't say anything?"
Damn,
to
you're
him?"
kind of making me
Kim's
want to
like,
stop
"No,
playing.
I'm scared. I didn't say anything." And Kim's father's like,
This is why I
"How do
didn't
you
play
know?"
Energy Assault for
Kim
a
was like,
very
"What do you
long
mean?"
time
And
because
her
it
father
just
said, "Well,
it just started
just the
not
other
being
day,
fun to
I
play,
got a
and now I'm
phone call
behind.
From someone saying they were Dr.
Rusty.
Ramsey, and they asked to speak with you, Kim, by name. They said, "Can I speak to Kim?" And I thought that was odd because, you're my child. And I said, "Well, why do you need to speak to my daughter? Why can't you speak to me? I'm her father. You're a doctor. You can speak to me." And they hung up. And then they called back again, and they asked for you by name again, as if they hadn't heard me the first time. And so I said again, "Why do you need to talk to my daughter? You can just talk to me. I'm her parent." At which time they hung up again. And so I wanted to hear from you directly
Bit
if you
rude,
had
didn't it,
given your
bruv?
name to him, because the fact that he knew your name on that call seems really odd to me. Kim assured her father that she did not give him her name. And you got to remember that this is back in 1978, so Dr. Ramsey would not have been able to use the internet to try to find Kim's name, nor would Kim's name have been listed in a telephone book because she was a minor. It would have been her father or her mother that was listed in the telephone book. So in order for Dr. Ramsey to have her name, He would need to know someone that would give up her name or do some digging, which is obviously very creepy considering the fact that Kim has never met him before. He's a strange older man and she's a 9-year-old girl. So with that in mind,
She was
Kim
9?
and her parents are on edge about this
I thought she
Dr.
was, like,
Ramsey character, but
17 or 16 or something, but not 9.
He didn't do anything that was criminal. They
Die.
couldn't go to the police and say he figured out our daughter's name because they would be saying a doctor, a pediatrician no less, knows our child's name and was
first
waving and
place.
smiling at her. But shortly after this, Dr. Ramsey's behavior would take a dark turn. He would call Kim's house again just a couple of days
Alright,
after those first
one last
calls,
match.
and Kim's father would
No.
answer right
Alright,
away.
looks like I'm not
Dr.
doing a
Ramsey
last
says that he
match.